All right, everybody, we are now into bracket play, the Big D Invitational. 32 players, 31. We did have one have to forfeit. Fighting for 8 places of prize money. Got pretty nice payouts going out. $750 to first place, $500 to second, $300 to third, $150 to fourth. T5 will both get $100. T7 both get $50. Our first round matchup here, Baron Hodo and John Sarzinski, center bag versus Big D. Double check, make sure everything looks like it is streaming away. It does. Got the green light everywhere. Ready to go. Pretty good throwing in the early rounds. Saw some high PPR, saw some low PPR all over the board. Now it's just a matter of win your game. PPR doesn't matter. One game winners, one game losers. We are underway. Baron throwing first bag. John leaves his out to the right. Finishes up the washout 10s for the first round. John throwing the blue buoys. Baron throwing the white Lust, I believe they are. Center Lust. John throws a pretty high bag versus Baron's a little bit lower, a little bit flatter bag. Short block out front. There, Baron tries to work around. Leaves it hanging over the corner, hanging over in the back. John a hard push to get both his bags closer to the hole. Hard push, has one hanging, should go in here, and it does for John. Baron goes off the bat. 5-3 as it stands right now with a bag to throw. John able to knock one of his in to pick up 5. Ryan Hodo was the high PPR guy in rounders at a 9.51. Gets a first round bye. Will be the player to beat. John in with 10. Aaron sitting at 5. Works around the corner. Very nice bag. Leaving John's on front. Only give up 2. 7-0 after 3 rounds. Baron trailing John. If y'all don't know, John Sarzinski is Big D. He's the one that makes the buoy, the bonnies, and the ponchos. He does that in his garage. He is the namesake for our tournament here. He's been very gracious to allow us to put this event together for him. Everybody here at Sea Sports is very grateful. Barron picking up points here, 10-6. Brings the score to 7-4. Gives them control of the board. Nine five as it stands right now. Four-bagger for Barron. John gives up 4. Barron takes the lead 8-7 with that 4-bagger. That's twice now. Barron has been able to sneak around the side and find the hole. Does it again using John's bag as a backstop. Good blocker bag there. I have to have an airmail drag here. See if he can pull one or two of his bags in. He's called timeout, going down to take a look at it. Trying to figure out, does he step out and try to slide? Catch that front bag? Does he go over the top? Try to maybe get all 3. Goes for the airmail. This is 7 points picked up by Barron there. Big miss. Got an uphill battle now. Barron misses wide and John blocks short. Barron tries to push through it. Doesn't quite get there, leaving the opening for John, somewhat of a replacement bag. Barron with 2 bags out of play decides just to go in the hole, make John make the shot. And John can't get the push, leaves his 3rd bag hanging to wash 8s. Had the angle, he could have just slid in, not worrying about his bag, pick up the 2, but he tried to go for the push to pick them up both. And they hung up on him. Players seeming to find their line here. Sitting tied at 7. Barron steps out, gets his back bag to fall, but leaves the other one on the right. John cleans them both up, take 2 points. 12-10 there for Zarzinski. Making it 15-9. We are obligated to tell everybody we do not own the music rights, any of the background music. 9-8. Barron picks up another one. All right, 15-11 here. John has control of the board. Barron leaves one wide left. And John misses wide right. That booty may come back into the hole, though. Go high with it. It come down hard enough. Now they're both leaning. I think the one on the left falls for sure. The one on the right probably stays. John picks up 2 on the vibration of the board there. Fighting his way back into this game, 13-15. Retains control of the board and will throw first. Barron steps out looking to pick up his bag. Misses wide right. John sneaks in on the right side. Goes in here. He stands to pick up points. Sitting 10-5 right now. Barron can either try to go over the top. He washes them back out. Gives up the 4. Barron not doing too good about his airmail right now, I guess. (17-15), John takes the lead after giving up that big round early. Come all the way back to take the lead. Finding a rhythm now. Not taking as much time in between throws, feeling good about it. But he catches up on Barron's bag there, and Barron's able to work around it. Barron can try to roll over or split the 2 and go through. He does, but takes John's with him and wash the 10s. There'd be a little bit more left there. Split John's 2 bags, leave them both on the board. Just caught a little bit too much of the right-hand side. John stacking up on the right-hand side. It's going to be hard to clear those out. He steps out a little bit. Back bag's pinched by the front one. Barron's closer to the hole really doesn't improve the position of his bags at all. Barron's got control of his board. Let's see what he wants to do with it. Just a block behind. 5-3 as it sits right now with the bag to play. John behind by 2. Going for the airmail. He lands hard on top. Pancakes it. Nothing goes. 5-4. Everything pinched and plugged. Barron has a 1-point lead right now. I don't think anything falls with a board hit. If he just throws in front, he can pick up 2. Tie the game up at 17. That's what he does. 6-4. Ties it up at 17. The first time in several rounds, Barron will have control of the board. First bag in. We're going to put some pressure on John. John hanging on the left-hand side with that first bag. Gets a push there from Barron. It falls. That third bag out of play for Barron. He's in with 10. John can pick up 2. And he does. 12-10. Every point crucial this late in the game. 19-17. John with the lead and control of the board. Off board, he's been leaving some of his out to the right. Let's see if he can find the line here. John was going for a bag behind, but he left it out right. Easy bag for Barron to pick up. Looking to slide right up that seam. Misses a little bit right. 7-6 on the board right now. One bag to throw. Barron boards it. Knots it back up at 19. Back and forth this game. One big lead overcome. Now back and forth, 2-2. Good bag behind there by John. Barron's going to have to try to work around it. Tries but misses to the left. Opening for John to come in from an angle. Gets it to the hole, but it doesn't go. It's on the slick side. Might be able to pick it up. Important bag right here for John. It really needs to be in. But he blocks behind. Thought for sure he'd go for a hard push to bully Barron's bag out of the way there. Airmail drag from Barron. Takes him in with 8. Now John's got to be in. Can't leave it on the board or it's game. Hard push. Leaves it wide. 8-6. Barron takes it 21-19. Great game to start off. That'll wrap this game up, and we'll be on to game 2. Josh McFarland and Paul Zuniga. We'll get that game underway here shortly. All right, about to get ready to go with round 2 here. We got Josh McFarland, Paul Zuniga on the Logic Plumbing Solutions live stream court. This is loser's bracket, first round. Got Josh throwing the Matadors, the dark blue Matadors. Paul throwing the baby blue buoys. Paul's got first bag, misses wide left. Josh right in front with the blocker bag that Paul pushes in. Paul off the back, setting up for a big round for Josh. Josh goes off as well. Paul in for 5. Josh has 6. Picks up 2 with that. 7-5 to start off our scoring here. Paul was one of our first qualifiers. Qualified here at Big League Dreams. Josh, I believe, picked up his out at SIA. Blocker bag for Josh. Paul tries to push through, catches the wrong side. Everything stacks up. Man, Josh's airmail attempt stood on end on the back of the board. Almost fell back in the hole, but couldn't make it. Washed out. 6 is there. It'll remain 2-0. Josh with the lead, control of the board. What's going on, Dak? First bag here from Josh. Puts the pressure on Paul, and Paul misses wide right. Josh returns the favor, and we're knotted at 4. Josh starting to find his line. Roll shot there from Paul. Doesn't collect his bag. We wash out another frame at 8. This is an elimination game here. Loser is out. Pressure is on these guys. Nobody wants to go home this early. Paul soft touch with that blocker bag right behind Josh's. Able to collect his. Nicely done. Josh a little too aggressive. Goes off the back. Two off the back for Josh. Paul picks up a huge 8 points. Good 4-bagger there for Paul. Worked it well with the blocker bag. Collected. And then 2 straight in the hole once he knew he had control of the round. 8-2. Paul has the lead. First bag, unable to put that one in play. It stays out to the left. Paul threatening to give those points right back here to Josh. Josh can only pick up 2 on that. 10-8, the round goes to Josh. A lot of throwing when you're playing singles. Obviously, you don't have your partner throwing back to you. Also got to walk back and forth. Make for a long and tiring day. This is both players' 6th game of the tournament. Paul's got 2 out on the left-hand side. Josh can try to work around. Lex just a block behind. 8-3. Paul got 1 to throw. Tries to go for a hard push, hoping to collect his bag. It was on the back right. It does not go for him. Eight for that round. Josh is able to tie it up. Bag for bag right now. Josh with a nice 4-bagger. All Paul can do is use his own bag as a bumper. Give up the 2 points. Joined by Dak here, sitting down with me. How's it going for you, Dak? How have you played today? 3-1? Got a long way to go. Dak in the BD2D bracket. They're just wrapping up their rounders. Going to get started on their bracket play here shortly. As soon as this game is over with Paul and Josh, I should be able to get them started. Josh steps out, uses Paul as a bumper bag nicely. Looking to try to collect his, but can't find the right line, goes off the back. Paul picks up 3 with that bag off the board for Josh. That should give Paul the lead, 11-10, in this elimination game losers bracket of the Big D Championship. Paul with first bag, hanging on the right edge. Josh's bag looks to be pinched. Don't know that he'll be able to pick it up. Now he's got an opportunity to drag it. That freed it up a little bit. Gets the and 1, goes in and knocks Paul's off the back. Pick up a point. Every point critical right now. Ties it at 11. More importantly, gives him control of the board. Always want to have that first bag. Set the tone of how the round's going to go. Paul short right. Be a tough pickup. He's pretty good at doing that. Especially when your opponent pushes you close to the hole like that. Oh, but he goes off the back. That is going to hurt. Josh has Paul's bag covered up now. Paul smartly blocks his access to the hole. 6-3. That bag off the back really hurt Paul this time around. 14-11. Josh pulls out front. Retains control of the board. Great spot there. Paul's able to work around it. Got both his bags ready to go in the hole. Washed out eights, man. That round had big opportunities for both players at times. I thought Josh's first block bag was perfect. Paul was able to work around it, not only work around it, but pick up his bag and push it towards the hole. That really gave Paul a commanding lead in that round, but he was unable to capitalize, and they washed eights. That's 4 rounds in a row. Josh put first bag in. It's really Josh's second bag that's giving him trouble. (6-3) right now. Josh has one off the back, one bag to throw. Oh, and it goes off the back. He came in a little too high. It bounced over the hole. Paul's able to wash it out with sixes. I know Josh wants that bag back. There really wasn't anything in front of the hole. He just came in a little bit too hot. Those Fuller Matador bags bounced on him. Bag for bag, first hole. 6 all. Josh's 4-bagger picks up 2. Sounds like the BD2D bracket's got one match left, the rounders. And then we will go into bracket play, get their bracket underway. Uncharacteristic, both players here throw their first bag off. Josh regroups and gets that second bag in the hole, and so does Paul. They wash out 9s. Both players regroup to flush out the rest of the side. Washing 9s stays 16-11. Josh over Paul. Bag off the back is not going to help. Paul couldn't capitalize those. He's trying to wash out his bag here. Josh picks up another point, inches closer to that victory. 17-11, retains control of the board. Paul's not been able to throw first for quite some time now. Sometimes that's all you need. Just get the 1 point, get control of the board, find your groove, put the pressure on your opponent. Josh not letting up, though. He's not want to let Paul get back in it. Great bag there by Josh to pull his closer to the hole. Paul cleans them all up. Josh got one hanging. He's got to hope that one stays. He can go in. Maybe they wash this round. Oh, but Paul misses. Josh picks up the 2 he needs, and that does it. 21-11. Josh advances in the loser bracket. Paul is eliminated. Next up, we'll have Dylan Newland and Robert Castillo. We've seen Robert once today. It'll be the first time we've seen Dylan on the center stage. That game will come up here shortly. We'll be right back on the Logic Plumbing Solutions live stream court. All right, second round of the winner's bracket here. We got Dylan Newland, Robert Castillo going against each other, both throwing Bowie bags. Oh, I take that back. There's a whole bunch of different bags in there. I don't know what Dylan's throwing. There's ponchos and buoys on the board. Both Dylan and Robert had convincing wins in the first round. Dylan was on top of Julian Ramirez 22-5. Robert beat Landon Villa Jr. 25-4. Winner of this will move on to face the winner of Dylan Lopez and Chris Jackson. Looks like Dylan has switched to his ponchos. Both throwing Big D bags made by our very own John Sarzinski. First round goes to Dylan. I'm liking the mustache, man. Handlebars. Both players seem to have found their line early here. Washington 12s. All the matches that I've called today, that's the first Washington 12s that I have seen. Excellent job there by the boys. Robert and Dylan. Both have a bag hanging over the hole. Robert just missed wide right. Hole getting plugged. It's going to take some force to get it to go down. Total plug. 6-4. Dylan picks up 2. Dylan with the early lead, 4-0. Both miss opposite side before Dylan finds the lane. Dylan off the board, poised to give up the 3. Robert gets most of that lead back from Dylan. Make it 4-3. Robert takes control of the board. He'll throw first. Robert, as I mentioned earlier, from Ennis. Plays with them boys. Dylan, I believe, is from Corsicana, where he's a fireman. Thank you for your service, Dylan. Plays with OCB, Old City Bombers down in Corsicana and Rice. Robert picks up another 2 there. Take the lead 5-4. Dylan gets the lead back there. Up by 3 now. Both players with similar styles. Right back on their heel. Follow through on their toe. Make sure the weight gets forward out over the top of their body when they throw. Robert leaves 2 out wide. Gives up 2 points. (10-5) here. Dylan still first to throw. Robert, good bag in front. Dylan is forced to just push through. Wash ace. Back-to-back washes here. Robert got a bumper bag he can work off now. He's got a block in front. Dylan will try to pick them both up now. Another wash. Stuck on 10-5. Players making the throws they have to make. Dylan steps out, looking to bully that bag. Robert unable to pick it up. Back bag out of play. Best he can do is give up 2. (12-5), Dylan over Robert. This second round of the Big D Invitational 2022. Inching our way closer to the payouts. Top 8 will win some money. Robert with a bag off. Stands to give up 1 here if he can go in. Checking out our bracket here, I see our number 1 seed, Ryan Hodo, has been eliminated from the tournament. Also out, Dylan Airy, Luke George, Tommy Smith, Paul Zuniga, and Lil Dot. 14-5 now. Dylan starting to take command of this game. Good bag there by Robert to work around Dylan's. Dylan goes off. Robert picks up a point. I know he was hoping for more. He looked disappointed with that third bag. He missed a little left. But he gets control of the board. Get to throw first here and maybe make up some ground. I'm good. How are you? I'll play in the doubles. Yeah. I'm just broadcasting all this today. Yeah. Messy round there. Dylan still picks up a point. Dylan able to work around Robert's bag there. Robert misses off the back. Big block bag there sitting on top of Robert's bag. Not much that Robert can do. Board it, give up 3. That hurt. He had an opportunity there, but the round went south on him when he missed off the left side of the board. 18-6 now, Dylan. Needs 3 this round to close it out. But he's got a bag out of play off the back. 2 bags out of play now. Robert with bumper bags on the left-hand side. Dylan able to pick up one of his for an 8. Robert goes off the back. Misses out on an opportunity, but does get a point. $64 players here today, throwing a variety of bags, hands down. Say 90% of them are either centers or they're big D bags. Hole split by Robert. Dylan here. Dylan throws a replacement bag. Misses left. Robert unable to clean up his bags, but they're hanging. The best thing for Dylan to do here is to board it and give up the 2. Got an 11-point lead right now. There's really very little chance that he can take the round. But maybe he's thinking be aggressive because he does have such a big lead. tried to just board it. Kicked off to the left. Gives up 3. 8-5. Gets Robert to double digits. 18-10. He retains control of the board. Dylan works around Robert's bag. Leaves it hanging. If Dylan can go slick side, get it to sneak in, but he leaves it short. Had the opportunity to put it away. Still picks up 2 inches closer, 20-10. I know he was thinking about trying to go in and leave Roberts hanging on the edge. Surprised he still threw slow side. I would have thrown slick side. But it barely get to the hole. Super short block bag. Don't know if that was how intentional that was. Both are going to have to go with the top of it now. Great bag there. Doing the work around Robert's bag on the right edge. Tries it again, but goes off the back. Robert picks up 3. All right, 13-20. Robert hanging in there. Dylan having trouble putting him away. Again, Robert with the opportunity for points, but he leaves one off. The wash. Washing 8s. JC Nakuza, the first to make it to the semifinal level of the winner's bracket. Robert not going away here. 4-bagger picks him up 2 more, 20-15. Dylan feeling a little pressure, I think. Got Juanito and Grant laying over on court 10. I would have said they would be in the 2 in the championship. Had to be on opposite sides of the bracket. They face each other in the quarterfinal round. Robert down here. Now he's got 6-5 lead. And Dylan throws off. 6-5, Robert picks up a point. He thought that was over. Not for sure that Dylan was going to put that in. Robert fighting his way back. It's only down by 4 now. He has no margin for error. Really starting to find his lane here. Pick up 2, maybe more. He picks up 5 and takes the win. Comes all the way back from a huge deficit to win 21-20. Holy cow, what a comeback. That is one of those games I'm going to have to go back and rewatch. Incredible comeback win. Robert Castillo over Dylan Newland. Good thing is Dylan still in it. He's going to have a wait till the loser's bracket catches up to him. That loser's bracket game, I was wrong. He won't have a wait. Comes right back up here. He's going to have to throw against Josh. I'm going to run to the bathroom, ask them to warm up for a little bit. All right, guys, John and Sia here, back with this loser's bracket round. It looks like Dylan is running away with 18-0 over Josh. Josh still throwing his matadors, Dylan the ponchos. Steam still coming out of Dylan's ears for losing that big lead to Robert Castillo. Guess he's taking it out on Josh here. Bags stacked up around the hole. Dylan able to push through them. This will likely be it. Dylan really just needs to board it here. Eight, 3 should do it. Dylan advances in the loser's bracket. That puts Josh out of the tournament. That'll bring up our next round. Dylan looks like he's going to ride it out on this court. Dylan versus Chris Jackson. It's going to be a back-to-back battle here in the loser's bracket for Dylan. He's got a long road to climb. The winner of this next game will advance on, play Cody Mansfield. Got some big names down in the loser's bracket. J.D. Thompson and John Sarzinski battling it out right now on court 6. JD's got a 19-13 lead. Got a 12-0 game. Dwight Strait over Landon. Winners bracket update. Semifinals. Kevin Meza beats Cody Mansfield 22-9. JC Nakuza blanks Neil Cook 21-0. Grant Upchurch up 17-15 right now on Juanito. Of course, the game you just watched 2 rounds ago was Robert Castillo. I'm sorry, missed that. Dylan Lopez, not Dylan Newland. Dylan Lopez beats Robert Castillo 23-5. So we'll have JC Nakuza and Kevin Meza battling it out in the semifinals. Dylan Lopez awaits either Grant or Juan or the other in the top 4 here in the winner's bracket. All right. Got the coin flip going here for Chris Jackson, Dylan Newland. round 3 or 4 here in the losers bracket. Dylan's going to stick with his Big D ponchos. Chris throwing center. Looks like they are the Lust. Little down and back before we get underway. Shout out to Joel Pawpaw Airy, one of our lane sponsors today. See Pawpaw over on the live stream court for the BD2D bracket, which you can find on the Caring for Community Facebook page. Our C4C Facebook page is streaming that bracket over there. He's playing against Isaac Thompson, better known as SmackDown. We're going to get underway here. Looks like Chris has first bag. Chris is off the back. Dylan, blocker out front. Six, 4. Dylan picks up 2 to start. That could have been a lot worse, but Chris having 2 off. His first 2 off the board. Dylan had a chance for a hard push, maybe to pick up a 4-bagger, but bags hung on him. Chris starting to settle into his throw here. Another 4 there for Dylan. Nice 4-bagger. Ever since losing that big lead to Robert, Dylan has really settled in, found his groove. Another 2 by Dylan there. Puts us at 8-0. Chris looking to find some traction. Anyway, anyhow. In good position there for Chris. Dylan's got 2 that could fall right behind Chris's. I think if Chris doesn't just board it here, Dylan's fall. Smart bag there, smart bag. Chris is able to pick up 4. 8-4 on the round. Had he gone for the hole, those 2 on the edge of Dylan's would have fallen for sure. Players come really low with their toss, bend over quite a bit in their backswing, low swinging arms. Come forward with some pretty good speed on their throws. Dylan actually looks like he holds his bag on the underside, cuts up under it, puts a lot of spin on it, but it is a flat bag. 10-4 now, lead for Dylan. Chris's bag comes off with a little bit of a downward angle, much of what you would see from someone who's played washers quite a bit, possibly. If I was a betting man, I'd say he's played his fair share of washers. You want that nose to come down at an angle so that the washer bites and stops. Dylan's a little more flat bag, tend to carry further. $12-4. Dylan. For a four-bagger here. 10-12. Dylan picks up two more. $19-4 now. Another big round here by Dylan. Bag off the back. Chris will probably do it. That should be game. $22-4 the final. Dylan over Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson's day is done, at least for the Big D. Hopefully he'll stick around and play with us in the next round here of the TCL Regional Doubles. We got Barron, Hodo, and Neil Cook getting underway here. Battling in our losers bracket. I'm going to try to talk my partner here, Todd Omer, better known as Little Dot, to joining us on the audio feed. See if that will work. Barron starts off with the 1-0 lead. You guys have already played once, I believe. Played in rounders. Now we match up again in bracket play. Washed out eights there. What an opportunity to pick up big points here with the four-bagger. 12-8. 4 points for Barron. Two out wide there for Neil. Gives up two. 7-0 now for Barron. Got some big games going on elsewhere in the bracket. JD and Juan just played. Looks like Juanito won that game, knocking JD out. Grant Upchurch and Kevin Meza will play in the finals of the winner's bracket. Barron continues his onslaught, 9-0 now. Finally misses. Leaves it wide left, and Neil takes advantage of the open hole. (10-6). Neil picks up a big, much-needed 4 points to close the gap there. Neil with first bag. Takes a little bit longer than normal. Throw, collect himself. Knows it's kind of now or never. He's got to make a move here on Barron. Good pickup. Cleans up his hanger. It's another 2. 9-6 now. Neil chipping away at that lead. Barron's got 2 out of play on the left. Neil made sure they stayed that way, sliding into them. Tried to bust through to pick up his one bag, but went too far left, off the board, almost taking one of Barron's with him. Barron goes for the airmail. He's not able to come over the top. It's a 7-4. Neil able to tie it at 9. Game of runs this game. Barron jumped out to a 9-0 lead. And Neil quickly erased that with 9 of his own. Good right side blocker bag there from Neil. Barron tries to push out of the way, but can't quite do it. Barron cleans up the middle bags. And then cleans up his other bag. Nicely done. $12-8 there, 4-bagger for Barron. Flips the switch there. Breaks the scoring run for Neil. Pick up 4 of his own. Take a 13-9 lead. You guys watching at home, it's 3:58. We're somewhat running on schedule. We'll probably run a little bit late in being able to get the next round of doubles going on time, but we will see how that goes. Sure would like to have you come out and join us. Plenty of room, running 3 different divisions, open, competitive, and social. Sure we can find one that fits your competition level. 10-8 there for Neil. Gets 2 of those points back. Had a chance to get all 4 that he had just given up back, but couldn't quite get that last bag in the hole. Neil first bag. Dead center. Barron a little bit left. Neil uses it as a bumper to go into the hole. And just like that, we're back to being tied. 12-10 in favor of Neil. Neil cleaning up his first bag. Has his third bag poised to go in as well. Barron a little bit pinched here. Try to slide in, hope it catches enough airmail to take it off. Goes for the airmail, drags the right one, but not the left one. Washes 10s. Bags are stacked up here in front of the board. Oh, Airmail was a little bit short. Did knock one of Barron's in, but his fourth bag went off the back. Neal misses deep on the board. Barron cleans up the two in front, leaving his as a hanger. Excellent job. Poised to pick up 2 points here. In for the full dagger. Lots of 12s, 12-10, 10-10s this match. Backwards hat, white kinfolk shirt, sitting down, talking to Joseph. Bearing up right now, 7-3. Tries to go in left-hand side of the hole, but can't find it. Well, it's playing now. I wanted to pause that to get it here. $16-14, Barron over Neal. And we wash tens. Good bags being thrown this round. PPR definitely high from both players. Nothing much less than an 8 from anybody. All right, we are 19-14, Barron and Neal. We've been going back and forth. Long game here. Neither one jumping out, taking this game. Barron's got two seemingly out of play right now. Neal picks up two. Left that last one just short. 19-16, but he gets control of the board. See what he can do with it. Neal has one off. 7-3 right now. Barron needs to be in, only give up two. 7-6, sorry, give up one. 19-17. Neal does not want to go away here. He's got control of the board. At that point, 4 points away. Anybody could win it with just one round. Ooh, airmail drag. Huge bag there by Neal. Barron needs to go in to wash 12s. Washy 12 bag. Huge airmail there by Neal. Gut check. Bag by Barron. Both of them fighting and clawing, trying to keep themselves alive in this tournament. The winner of this will go on to play Dylan Newland, who's been destroying people ever since losing that game to Robert Castillo. I'm joined here now by Fernando. Fernando, you still in it? Fernando knocked out of the BD2D by Riker Jackson. Oh, that's the way cornhole goes. Barron goes off the back. Gives up three, and Neal takes the lead 20-19. He's got something else for sale over there. All right, Neal with first bag, 20-19. Likely going to be our last round here, deciding this game, unless they keep washing. Of course, the way they've been playing, it would not surprise me. Neal long. Oh, Barron misses the hole right, knocks Neal's in to wash it out. That's back-to-back rounds. Barron had a chance to put it away if he just goes in the hole. When he goes off the back and gives up three. Now when he washes it. It's really just who's going to make the mistake. That's what this is boiled down to. Both guys are throwing so well. Short blocker here by Neal. Barron's going to decide, is he blocked behind it? He does. He tries. Leaves it open. Neal could slide. Nope, misses it. Barron's got to make a decision here. Can wash it out by leaving it short. Just board it. Wash it out. Live for another round. Airmail it and go for the win. Decisions. Boards it, takes the wash. Smart play. I think this is the longest game of the day for sure. All right, Neal retains control of the board with that wash. I said it was going to be the last round 3 rounds ago. Guys are proving me wrong. Good bag, Barron. Yeah, Barron leaves one hanging, but Neal finally gets it. Barron's faced with the same dilemma. Board it for the wash. Try to push through and take them all in for the wash, or backside airmail for the win. He goes deep. His hangs, and that is game. Neal wins it 22-19. Unbelievable game. Best game of the day by far. That sends Barron home. Neal advances to play against Dylan Newland. All right, Neil Cook and Dylan Newland. Losers bracket, Big D Invitational. First round here. Neil picking up 2 points. Neil throwing the black lusk. Dylan throwing the Big D ponchos, blue ponchos. Winner of this played Dylan Lopez. Loser of this finishes tied for 7th. Neil taking a 6-0 lead early on. Dylan gets right back into it with 5 big points. 6-5 now the lead for Neil. Dylan's got control of the board. Dylan's with that patented big heel to toe move when he throws. Neil remains flat-footed, just a little shift of his weight. Dylan mulling it over here. Block up front. Good push back there by Neil. Wash the 8s. We are winding down here. We have 6 people still in play, I believe. BD2D bracket has about 15 still in play. People starting to file in for the TCL bracket. It will start as soon as this is over. It looks like we will be running a little bit long here. Neil's sitting at 2 right now, 5-2. Dylan picks up all of them. Wow, big round. 7-point round there for Dylan. 12-6 now the lead, flipping over to Dylan. Everything plugged there. Neil goes for the airmail, and it plugs. Nothing falls. 6-4, Dylan picks up 2. You could not get any more bags stuffed into that hole. Dylan retains control of the board. Puts one on the back side. Going to try to get it to work back down. But the second bag pushes it even further out. Neil knows he's got to take advantage of here to pick up 4 points. Gets the 4-bagger, gets the 4 points, brings it back to 14-10. Guys, if you enjoy watching what we are putting on today and you'd like to have an event of your own, contact us at CS Sports. We'd be happy to help you, whether it's a fundraiser for your organization or a moneymaker. This is what we do, coordinating events, not just cornhole. We can do all types of sporting events. Just let us know, give us a call, see what we can do for you. Looks like a 10-6 there. Might even the score back up. It does, 14-14. First to 7 now. Shorten that game. All square at 14. Neil not too happy with himself, leaving that bag short and right, meaning it's out of play. Not what he wanted, but not a terrible bag. It's going to make Dylan have to work around it. Dylan catches up behind it. Goes for the airmail and goes off the back. 5-7 right now. Eight, 5, 3 more points for Dylan. 17-14. The end of this game, we'll probably go silent on the next game, so I can get over there and start helping with registration. Still, of course, be continuing the live stream as always. Get a couple pictures here. Get JC with his 5th place finish. Of course, a loser here is 7th place finish. Dylan picks up 2 more. 19-14. And that'll do it. Dylan on top of Neil. Neil finishes in 7th place. Dylan will move on for the next round. Face Dylan Lopez.
Got 12-0 Dylan Lopez. Sinks his first one. Dylan comes up. Misses a little to the right. Dylan right down the middle. Other Dylan still a little to the right. Dylan still running down the middle. Ooh. And Dylan sinks a 12, sitting 12-2. Got them buoys. Make it 12-5 for a 7 spot. 19-0. Lopez back up. Throws his first bag in. Dylan throwing a blocker up. Steps out. See if he can put a cut. And he does. Dylan tried to throw a cut and misses by just a little. Dylan puts a blocker behind him. Sitting 8-3. Trying to figure out if he can push around Dylan, but Dylan's hanging. The other Dylan Lopez is hanging half in the hole with his buoy bag in front of him, and Dylan put one behind him. This would be one cut shot to make this work. Got one, but that big game ended up 8-5. Dylan Lopez wins it.
All right, looks like I'm the new announcer for this. So my name is Landon. You might have saw me earlier play a game against Julian Ramirez. We got Juanito and Dylan playing to go to the game that will take them to the championship. So whoever wins this will be guaranteed third. Whoever loses gets fourth. Dylan a little bit off here at the beginning. Juanito picks up the 1. And Dylan picks up the 2 there with a 4-bagger. Dylan picks up a big 6 right there for a 10-4. Juan picks up a 2. Oh. We got a close game now with Juan coming back. He's 5 now. We have a special guest on the show. Christian Silva is here now, watching with us.
Yeah, I just woke up about an hour
His voice
ago.
sounds 10 times deeper. We got a lot of blockers up on the field right now. Let's see what they're going to do about it. Oh, and Juan with the airmail, threading the needle, baby. And Dylan with the push, but it can't take the second bag. We got an 8-8 wash. We might be seeing an airmail here from Dylan. Airmail drag, his one hanging in the hole. We're going to see what he can do about it. Going up. Oh, off. 12-5 Juanito. We're starting to form a crowd over here on the side. I don't think you can see it on the video, but we got a lot of people sitting down watching this game.
Juan thinking about the airmail.
Dylan with the nasty airmail over the top to minimize the points. Juanito with some blockers, and Dylan has a nice replace bag. Oh, and Juan tries to take them all. Dylan with a 4-bagger. And Juanito with the airmail, but no drag. That is 12-10 Dylan. The score is now 13-12. We got ourselves a good game here, folks. Dylan throwing the Poseidon Max bags. Juanito throwing the Christmas Greed bags. Dylan with a nice push. Juanito off right. Oh, and Dylan with a too hard of a bag. I think it's 8-4 right now. Let's see if Juanito can minimize it down to 1 and make it a tie game at 13. And it is 1 point, 13-13 now. The winner of this game will play Grant Upchurch to go to the championship. That will be a good game as well. And Kevin Meza is in the king seat. So the winner of Grant's game will play against Kevin. And they will have to double dip for the win. Stopped up. What's Juanito going to do? It's 8-5 right now. Juanito doesn't really have any choices here. He's either going to block or airmail.
Tries to push through it, but barely misses. They're just too clamped up. Juan barely misses. Scores. Oh.
This could be bad here for Dylan. It's 9-7 right now, and Juanito goes off the board. 9-7, 2 points for Juanito, tied at 15. Juan and Dylan each off a little bit. And Juanito pushes the other back in but goes off to the left. Dylan puts a block. Juanito takes them both. Ooh, is he going to airmail for this? Or is he just going to slide in? He could airmail for the wash, or he might give up 10. Oh, and he gives up 4. 10-6. That is unfortunate. 19-15 Juanito's way now. Nasty roll by Juanito. Oh no. Things are falling apart for Dylan right now. That's game, ladies and gentlemen. We
Juanito
have
pushes
a
his in.
semifinal set. Juanito versus Grant of Church.
Stay tuned to watch that game.
All right, everybody, John Acia here. We got 3 players left. This is deciding third place. Loser gets third. Winner goes on to the championship to try to double dip Kevin Meza. We got Juanito, Grant, and Kevin Meza still in it. Grant Upchurch, Juan Pantoja about to play here. A little down and back before they get started. Like we've got the Christmas Lust versus White Lust. Dylan Airy sitting down next to me. How'd you do today, Dylan? Just saving it all for doubles, right? All right. I think if people probably would have put money on it, this might have been 2 of the 3 guys they'd have in the finals. Grant trying to figure out if he wants to switch bags or not. Going a different set. See what he can get a feel for. Juan definitely sticking with the Santa Lust. Loser of this, as I mentioned, finishes in third place. Walks home with $300. Not a bad day's work for a $20 entry into one of the bid events. Turn $20 into $300. I'd take that any day. First round right here. Grant has first bag. Puts it right in front. Juan with a nice replacement. And Grant throws a blocker behind. Stacking them up now. Juan goes for the airmail, gets his to fall. But his third bag goes off the back of the board. Grant content just to board it. Juan does the same. Five, 6, Grant takes the first point of the match. Grant's got his AirPods in, trying to block things out. Comes in a little bit hot, skips over the back, evens up the round. Juan can go in for a wash. 10-10, no blood that round. Grant keeps control of the board. You guys are dialed in, nearby out there. Stop by and bring me a Miller Lite. I would appreciate it. Off the back for Juan, that's going to hurt. Grant's got one a little bit left, but should be able to pick it up. Grant in for 8. If Juan can leave Grant's there. Oh. 7-8, another point for Grant. Two 2-0 early on in this game. Grant stays in control of the board. Airmail misses for Grant. One's got a push opportunity here. Oh, and he gets it. Even Grant's on the left side of the hole. Big round there for one. 5-2. 5 huge points against Grant. Gives Juan control of the board to throw first. Doesn't waste any time. No blocker bag needed. Juan goes for the airmail drag. Does not pick up the other bag. He's in for 8. Grant goes in for 10. Picks up 2 points. Making it 5-4. Juan has the lead. Juan with that first bag out far right, taking it out of play. Grant airmail drags for the 4-bagger. Juan really needs to try to do the same. Goes for the slide instead and leaves it out. 12-6. Big mistake there. Giving up 6 points to Grant. That's just what Grant needed to get him going. Get first bag again. Put the blocker out front. Stacking them up. One tried to do a cut shot. Goes off the back. Grant puts one on the back corner. Out of play. There he airmail drags. Grant finishes up for 10. 10-9, 1 point for Grant. High quality throw in here. 11-5 the lead now. Grant over Juan. First bag in. Juan trying to collect himself. Don't want this one to slip away from him. Airmail over the top. Juan goes. Nice bag. Needed that to wash 8s. Juan with an opportunity here. He's got to drag that bag. Airmail drag it. Can't get it to go. Gives up 2. Juan knows he can't keep giving up 2 to Grant each round or it's going to be over quick. But he didn't have much opportunity there to do anything else. Grant's got the hole covered. Juan does have one in. Juan can pick up 1 if he can go in here. Juan steps out. He's going to try to push through, collect his bag, leaving Grant's 2 bags out there. Nice push. Grant collects his. Two points. It's hopefully a little bit of momentum for Juan there. Grant steps out. This is right. He's still in a good position on the board. His bag blocking Juan. Juan really doesn't have a good angle. Trying to figure out, does he airmail or slide? He goes for the slide. Knocks Grant's in. Really got to airmail it here over the top. Five, 4 right now. Grant has the lead. Needs 4 to win. One has to be in. 8-5. 3 points to Grant, putting him one away. 20-7, the lead. Grant has first bag. Looking to go bag for bag here. Grant just needs one. Went for the kill shot. Maybe the and one to knock Juanito off the back. But instead, his ricochets off the board. Juanito with the airmail drag. Picks up 3. 20-10. Juanito's got a good angle at the hole here. Oh, man. Grant's able to collect 2 of his. Push Juanito's out of the way a little bit. Steps out. He's going to try to collect them both. Going to take a look at it. See what his options are. He likely would take Grant's in with it. He's got no margin for error, being that Grant's at 20 already. Goes for the push. Picks them all up. Big bag there for one. And he picks up 2. Huge, huge bag there for one. Looked it over many times. Took his time. Made the throw. Very impressive. Well, I'm going to take another look here. Kind of in the same position. I think if he goes in, he takes Grant's with him. Both have 2 bags left. This one obviously going to be critical. Huge plug. He's got to come up top now. He's got to get one to fall. Goes for the airmail, leaves it. That should do it. 5-3 the final round. Juan goes out in third place. Championship is next. All right, here we go. Championship game of the Big D Invitational 2022. Kevin Meza, Grant Upchurch. They've already met once in the winner's bracket. Kevin coming out on top. Grant looks to double dip him here. Got $250 difference separating them. $750 to the winner. $500 to second. Down and back for the guys. Before we get underway. We are ready to go. First round championship. Grant Upchurch, Kevin Meza. Kevin's got the first bag. Bag for bag. Both have one hanging. Both have a bag left. Oh, and Grant goes off the back to give up 3, 12, 9. Kevin was in a no-lose situation there. Knew that if Grant touched it, it was going to fall. Grant had to go with all the bags. Shot wide right.
Too late to register for the Two-Tailed Doubles Regional Open?
No, it's not too late. You can go talk to Todd. Grant collects his left-sided bag. Right one is out of play. Kevin leaves his left. Wash the tens. Those are the opportunities you got to take advantage of, especially playing at this level. You got a chance to pick up 2 points. You can't leave it on the board. Still 3-0. Kevin over Grant. Kevin getting a stack on the right side. Grant an open lane. Got a chance for a push. Collect 2 bags here. Great bag. Great bag there by Kevin. Grant's third bag kind of pushed his over.
This ain't a rocker. Yeah. This ain't a rocker.
Sorry about that, guys. Pawpaw just went heels over butt
This ain't a rocker.
in the chair next to me. Break the tension here of the championship game. I kind of lost track of what was going on in this round. Kevin with 1 dead bag. Grant takes the round 10-8. Get some points on the board, make it 3-2. Locker bag out front. Kevin tries to go over. Comes in too hot and goes off the back. (7-10). Grant picks up 3. Kicking himself for not getting the 4-bagger. Make it a 5-point round. Grant stepping out. On slick side. Gets his bag to go, but the second bag goes off the back. Kevin with an opportunity. Airmails over the top to leave his blocker bag. Grant bullies through it. Kevin misses the push. Kevin in with 8. Grant with 6. Nine, 8. Another point for Grant. 4 more points for Grant, looking to force a final deciding game. He's got a double dip, Kevin, here. (10-3) the score. I'll call you for your picture. Washing the board there. Oh, no, Grant had one off the back that I missed. Gives the lead to Kevin here, first bag. Trailing 6-10. Good push, but his second bag stays out left, probably dead. But then Grant goes off the back, opening the door for Kevin. Airmail over the top. Grant pushes both in. (9-8). Mesa with a wasted opportunity there to get some points. Winds up giving one to Grant. That fourth bag was a 2-point swing for him there. Not real happy with himself. Grant continues to collect his bags. Tries to airmail, goes deep. Kevin misses the same. Another 2 points there for Grant. 13-6. Championship game, Big D Invitational. (9-7). 2 more for Grant. Barrage of airmails there from Grant. Last one still picks up 2 points. Grant with a dead bag. Roll shot over the top. (8-6). 2 more for Grant. Methodically working his way toward the if game. 2 off the back for Grant there. Allows Kevin to pick up some much needed points. Kevin working really quick now. I think he's pretty resigned on this game. It's the airmail to go there. That'll do it. Have to go to the second game. 5th game, winner take all. Start right back up again. New flip. Scores are reset. We'll do it again. Again, this is the championship game, Big D Invitational. Here at Big League Dreams, Mansfield, Texas. Grant Upchurch, off and on the #1 ranked player in the country for Scoreholio. It's Kevin Meza. Kevin had beaten Grant earlier in the bracket, and Grant came back through the loser's bracket to meet him in the championship. Won the first to force the if game. Six, 7 the first round goes to Grant. Tried to airmail drag the last bag, but it went off the back a little bit long. Good V block there in front of the hole. Kevin tries to go over it. He could have had a chance to step out and bully it. Airmails aren't working real well for him right now. Slick side bag could go in without touching Grant's other 2 bags. Takes 1 with it. Grant picks up another point. 8-7. Kind of how the first match started. Small points. Never anything really big. Just a methodical game for Grant. Throw a block, collect the bag. Throw a block, collect the bag. There, the airmail over his own bag works for Kevin. Now he needs to try to pick it up. But he goes for another airmail. 8-4 right now. Kevin steps out, goes for the slide. Misses completely, takes 1 of Grant's off. 7-4. 5-0. 5-0 lead for Grant here. Final game of the Big D Invitational. Backside airmail for Kevin. Doesn't catch any of his other bag. That gets Kevin on the board. 12-10. Kevin with first bag, leaves a short block. Grant going to work around it. Bullies it out of the way, giving him a better advantage to be able to pick it up on his second bag. Decides to go airmail, drags one of Kevin's bags in. Second airmail, gets his first bag collected. 2 points there for Grant. Kevin leaving that one bag high and right. Both with a short block. Grant goes for the roll over the top. Kicks. Great bag by Kevin to push his other bag out of the way. Trying to collect that front bag. Grant does it for him. 12-7, a big round for Kevin to even things up. Seven all in this final game at the Big D. $750 for first, $500 for second. Roll shot from Kevin. Try to do another roll shot. Hit too far down on the board. Grant goes off the back with this airmail attempt. Kevin ahead in this round, trying to figure out what to do. He's in with 6. And Grant pushes one of his off. They wash 5s. Both players missing the shots they wanted that round.
You don't know?
Kevin not in a good spot here. Sitting 6-7. Grant can clean it all up, and he does. 6-point round, 12-6. Just as Kevin had fought his way back to tie things at 7. Grant takes a huge 6 spot on him. 13-7 now. Grant content to leave his blocker up front and airmail. Back-to-back airmails has Kevin in a hole. 2 missed airmails by Kevin. And a third by Grant. 10-1 right now on the board. Kevin goes off. That is it. Huge round settles it. Grant Upchurch, our Big D Invitational 2022 champion. Kevin takes second place. That is it for us today, guys. We will be streaming the C4C in just a minute, but appreciate you tuning in. Let's take some pictures and hand out some cash.